Welcome to part 5 of What the Futhark. Learn rune reading in 30 1-minute videos. In this episode, how to set up for a rune reading. Hi, I'm Lara Craft from Head to Witch and Wolf, and I have over 35 years experience reading runes. And my new simple and easy book on rune reading is out now. It's called What the Futhark, and it's the same title as this series of TikTok videos. I also sell rune kits. Before we get started, I just want to say that runes are intuitive and therefore there is no right or wrong way to read runes. But this is my method and feel free to adapt as you wish. There are 9 steps to rune reading. Number 1, prepare. Find a quiet and comfortable place. I know it sounds simple, but you need minimal distractions and maximum focus. Once you've chosen your space, the next step, step 2, is to prepare it. You may want to cleanse it in your usual way. Some people use smoke, incense, or sound and lay out your rune cloth. These are optional, but it's a traditional way to see the runes clearly, but also for the purposes of establishing a magical boundary. Step 3 is to establish which method you're going to use to cast the runes. Will it be a draw or spread? And decide what number of runes you want to use. My most popular are 1, 3, 5 and 9. I'll just explain these briefly now. A 1 rune draw is quick insight into a situation. I find this useful if I have a simple question I want insight into. For more complex situations, how about a 3 rune cast to represent past, present and future? Although in the last video we've said that these runes do not divine the future. They may give you some insight into what you think the future might hold for you. And it may be that they gently challenge this, or confirm what you're already thinking. A 5 rune spread includes past influences, present circumstances, challenges, advice, and some insight into your thoughts on future outcomes. Want a really in-depth reading? How about a 9 rune cast? 9 is a magic number in Norse mythology. The runes are usually scattered onto the cloth and the relative positions and relationships are analysed by the reader. This is quite an advanced level, but it doesn't stop you giving it a go. But don't worry, there's no right or wrong way. Don't forget that runes are intuitive, so it's all about what they mean to you. Step 4 is to clear your mind and focus. Think of the question you'd like the runes to address. Step 5 is to incorporate shuffling the runes, either in the bag before you pick them out, or if you've picked them out already, in your hand before you place them or cast them onto the rune cloth. Continue to think about the question that you'd like the runes to address while you're doing this. Step 6 is, if you haven't already, decide how you're going to cast the runes. You can either place them on the rune cloth, or you may shuffle them in your hand and scatter them. Remember, there's no right method, it's what feels intuitively natural to you. Step 7 is to utilize what you've learned in this video. So don't forget, future videos in this series are going to go through each rune individually, and I'll go through their upright and reverse meanings. Alternatively, I go through these in my What the Futhark book available from Amazon, or you can purchase a downloaded summary of my rune guide on my TikTok shop or Etsy, or these come free as part of my rune kits. So you look at each rune individually, and the rune's traditional meaning and what it means to you intuitively, and how it applies to your specific circumstances or situation that you'd like some guidance on. Over time, your understanding and connection with the runes will deepen, and you'll be more confident in using personal intuition to read them, and you'll no longer need to rely on constantly looking up the meanings and interrupting your flow. If you wish, you can pay attention to both the position and the relationships to other runes, which may guide your interpretation. Runes that are face down or hidden may not be relevant to the situation, or may not have come to pass yet. They can be disregarded. Don't forget that there are 24 letters in the Elder Futhark, but 25 stones, so there's always 1 blank rune stone in the set, at least in my sets. Pay more attention to the runes that are in center if you've used the scatter method. These are more important to your question, whereas those on the periphery of the rune cloth are less urgent. Upside down runes may indicate the reverse meaning, or a challenge or blockade, within the scope of that particular rune. Step 8 is to close the rune reading respectfully. Thank the runes and place them inside the storage pouch, along with the cloth. This keeps them all together, safe and ready to go for the next reading. Step 9 is to meditate and reflect on the message received by the runes. Did you learn anything surprising? Or was all as you expected? Keep a journal or record of your readings. You can refer to them later, and you can track patterns and insights. I've left some blank pages in my What the Futhark book at the back so that you can make a record of your readings. So this is a summary of how you do a rune reading according to me. I'm under no illusion that other people have different practices, but if you've never done it before, this is a great way to get started. And finally, just remember that rune reading is a practice of personal growth. It and you will evolve over time with experience. If you work regularly with runes, your connection and understanding will deepen, which will make the process of rune reading easier, much more intuitive, and way more fun.